All right, it's Auld Lang Syne time. Welcome to the show on a beautiful New Year's Eve. All right, saying hello to a great New Year 2025. Old acquaintance shall be forgot, and we welcome our new overlord uh, and get them handmade coats ready, gals. All right. We are saying goodbye to 2024 with a fond smile. That's the movies we're covering this week. I'm Daniel Ehrenberg, your erstwhile D Train, and over there, the greatest co-host a guy could ask for. That you know, and looking smarmier by the day. Here he is, Logan. Be a dare. What's up?
Not sure what that means, but I'm excited to talk about Smile. Apparently, people's favorite horror franchise going.
People love it. They really do. And
Terrifier, I guess. Forgot about that one.
oh, Terrifier's bigger. Yeah.
But
I
there's three of
mean,
those. We need a one-off, so we do it.
that's
Smile.
right. So we're checking out Smile. This is you know, I saw the first one back in 2022. Did not like it. All right. Did not care for the movie. But they made another one this year. I um, I remember when they first announced that they were making a sequel, I was like, why? Like it seemed like such a crazy movie to make a sequel to. Like I get horror movies all get sequels, but it was just like, what more did we want from the Smile universe after the first one? But I gotta say, after having watched the second one, oh, I'm ready for a third Smile.
Well, you're in luck, baby, because he's making one.
I know, and that's all this motherfucker does.
I don't
We're
know why.
covering,
He seems talented as a
yeah,
director
I guess so,
with
but
that camera. A
yeah,
lot
there's a
of
lot
tons
of
of
moving
cool.
camera,
The
a lot
camera
of
might be the
overhead
MVP.
shots.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about drones. I've never worked with a drone in my entire life. Have you ever flown a drone?
No, but don't worry about it. I've got my eyes on the sky. I'm really keeping up with the drone situation happening around New Jersey right now.
Wow. Okay. That's
You
cool.
familiar with these UFOs?
Not really.
Oh, Logan. I think that's another thing about 2025. We're going to get some aliens.
They've been saying that for a while.
Listen, these alien sightings are off the charts right now.
In New Jersey only?
No, it's kind of all over, but in New Jersey, it's crazy.
I
There's
hope
weird
Henry's
shit
okay.
happening in New Jersey. I hope Henry's okay too. I hope he hasn't been probed.
Right.
I
Uh, what were we talking about?
don't remember. Oh,
Oh, the
drones.
drone. I
Yeah.
don't know how he was getting some of those camera shots up there. Like I've never seen drones move so smoothly. I assume all the aerial shots are with drones,
Maybe they're
but
crane shots.
up like hundreds of feet in the air,
They had a
like up in
budget
the
for this.
sky above
I
the
don't know.
skyscrapers. I don't know how we were doing it, but it
Maybe popping a crane on a skyscraper.
crane on a skyscraper. Fair enough, but
Mm-hmm.
I was super impressed with the camera, some of the camera tricks.
Great camera trick. All right. Yeah, I mean, this guy's clearly like got a little bit of ambition. He doesn't sit back. There's stuff going on here. But so far his career has just been these fucking movies. Parker Finn is the fella's name. All right.
Cool name.
Parker Finn. It's a little bit of a cool name, a little waspy if you ask me.
It is.
But I mean, he started like his big calling card was a short film called Laura Hasn't Slept. All right. And that debuted at South by in 2020. That's short for South by Southwest. Don't worry
Mm.
about it. And but those of us in the know, we just call it South by. Um, Laura Hasn't Slept was basically the story of that girl from the beginning of Smile.
Okay.
She's talking to a therapist, and she's telling the therapist about how she's being chased by a smile monster, and then the therapist turns out to be the smile monster, and then
Oh no.
she gets killed. Then she shows back up in this first movie, but we just pretend she didn't get killed at the end of that short film.
But we reverse it. Now she smiles to the therapist, kills herself, puts it on the therapist.
That's
We
right.
reverse it, make the therapist the main character.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And the original title of Smile the movie, which the short film was adapted into, was Something's Wrong with Rose.
All right.
Rose is the titular. Well, she's not titular anymore. The therapist. And so that's who gets the smile curse in this first movie. Of course, they changed the title to Smile. Good move.
Yeah, because then the next one might have to
Something's
be there's
wrong.
something wrong with Sky.
Oh my god, you're right. Something's wrong with Rose is a terrible title. By the way, Laura hasn't slept is a
I like
terrible
titles
title
like
too.
that. Like we need to talk about Kevin. You know, they're like, oh,
That's
that's spooky.
something about that's better. We need to talk about something's wrong with Rose.
Is it the name?
It might be the name. Rose.
Something's wrong with Julia. Is it
Julia?
scarier? I don't know. Just try to do a new name.
Yeah, I don't know. Something's wrong with Isabel.
Isabella. Something's wrong with Isabella.
Isabella Wang. Sorry, I won't make any Big Brother references.
That's the craziest reference you've ever made.
What? That I remember Isabella's last name?
Yeah, like the fourth boot from the worst Big Brother season. That's so random. And she went by Bella too. She didn't even go by Isabella.
I know. I liked her.
I'm impressed.
All right. Back to
You liked her. She's awful.
Is she?
Like
I
a
don't really know
bottom
much about her.
bottom like 40 likable Big Brother player.
She was likable in that she gave me a boner.
Okay.
Yep.
A
Yep.
happy.
Yep. Yep.
A happy.
A happy, as Joss Whedon would say. All right. Let's get back to business here. So this film, Smile, it was originally intended for Paramount Plus. It was going to be a Paramount Plus original. All right. But they did some test screenings and people loved it. So they were like, let's try it out in theaters. Worked
Okay.
out. Worked out,
did.
baby. It had a $17 million budget and it made $217.4 million at the box office. That, as far as I'm concerned, that's a $200.4 million return. That's some easy math.
Or 185 the marketing or whatever. But definitely, that's crazy. So shouts out to them. You got to make a sequel. I understand why they did it.
I guess so. Yeah, when something's that profitable, especially in this day and age.
It's a horror. That's easy to make.
Yeah, like they made a sequel to Blair Witch even 30 years ago or whatever.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying that was a super profitable movie because it was so cheap.
I think that'd be fun to do because you never saw the new one. And I remember that second one kind of scaring me at times. It's like so really freaky part I remember.
The second one is a fascinating movie. Like it's not good, but it's interesting. So Blair Witch would actually be pretty good for the show.
Next Halloween.
Are there only 3?
I think so, yeah. Maybe they're doing a fourth one. But that and Henry are the 2 horror films I want to do next year. Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Oh, I thought you just wanted to cover Henry's life.
Well, that'd be fun too.
Yeah, that's a horror film in and of itself. Am I right? Yeah. All right. Listen. Let's awards.
Wow. Gotta be MTV.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hear the MTV theme.
I can't do it with the camera on me anymore. I'm too shy now.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm too shy. I can't do it anymore.
Just do it.
I can't.
You're really not gonna do it?
I got stage fright. I don't know what it is.
I'm not moving on with this show until you
Well,
do it.
I don't know what to tell you. I can't do it, especially now that we
Are
made a
you
big deal
really
about it.
not going to do it?
I was sort of doing a bit, but now we've made such a big deal. I refuse.
No, you have to.
I want my MTV.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
What am I even doing anymore?
I can't do it now.
This show used to feel confessional. Now we've got this scared guy over there. Can't even do the MTV theme.
He never did it live. He always had
Henry?
a recording.
Henry
Yeah.
did it live.
No, it was a bit that he had a recording.
I know but it was pretend.
Oh wow, he did it live.
Yeah,
He fooled everybody all those years.
I know.
Did you do everything else live too?
No, all those you just like pull up the file on his phone and play
Yeah, I remember
it live.
waiting for him to.
Yeah. All right. MTV. I don't know what's going on with the MTV Movie Awards right now. I haven't checked in with them in a long time, but I mean, it is gonna shock you what won the awards this was nominated for.
Okay.
All right. First of all, there's this category most frightened performance.
Sure.
All right.
Scared as shit. It used to be, right?
Yeah, I always thought it was like best horror movie performance, basically. But Sosie Bacon was nominated for this film. We'll get to her. And she lost to Jennifer Coolidge for The White Lotus.
Wow.
What are we doing there?
Got me.
I can't explain that. Are they talking about that one episode where she like had to jump off that boat?
Is this season 2?
I think it is.
It must be. I remember her at the end being pretty scared.
Yeah.
She's with the gun on the boat. Her husband like trying to pull some shady stuff. I don't remember.
Yeah. Her husband, right.
He was like a bad guy.
Yeah. But here's the ultimate egregious offense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Nominated for best movie of the year, Smile.
Yeah.
All right. And it lost to Scream 6.
Best movie, straight up.
Best movie. MTV was like, there has been no better movie in the past year than Scream Goes to Soundstage. Scream goes to fake New York. Scream hangs out on a subway set.
I don't know what to tell you. That's the youth.
Well, and that's why, like, there's been a big outpouring of rage about the new Scream movie that's been announced. There's a Scream 7. It's coming out in is it 2025?
It could be. No, we didn't talk about it on our thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. So it must be 2026. But it's in development and it's being written by Kevin Williamson. All right? And like for me, this is great news. All right? It's like wow, they're finally making a good new Scream movie. Kevin Williamson is writing it. Nev Campbell's coming back. We're doing it. Scream's,
the other one's gone.
Scream's back, baby. But like the fans on the internet are like, no, we like Melissa. We like the core four.
Core four.
Yeah, we need Melissa Barrera back. We need obviously Mason Gooding Jr.
Senior.
Mason Gooding Sr., right? Sorry. And Ortega and who even was the other one? That the lesbian with short hair. And right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of her name. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either. But and like fans have turned this into like, well, Paramount doesn't support Palestine. because Kevin Williamson is writing the new Scream instead of those guys. It's so crazy, but like it's come on, be excited. The guy who wrote all the good Scream movies, as far as I'm concerned, he's coming back to write a Scream movie. That's
True.
what we want from movies, right? Them to be good.
You'd think so.
That's not what the youth wants.
They want Barrera. I don't know what they want.
I don't know what anyone
they want
wants
Kumbaya.
anymore.
We're
Yeah,
gonna all get along.
I feel like
I wanna
we
get along
want
with people.
like I don't know, they want their movies to be politically right more than they want them to be good.
Right.
All right. All right.
That's where we're at right now.
That's where we're at. All right. Anyway, let's get back to Smile.
Oh yeah, Smile.
Yeah. So this it was also nominated for Saturn Award. All right, best horror film. It lost to Talk to Me.
Oh yeah.
This is Talk to Me. Hand.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And
that was an interesting film.
which is better, Talk to Me or Smile? They're kind of similar.
Talk to Me by a lot.
You think so?
Yeah, I do think so.
I'm not so sure.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't like Smile.
Well, yeah, we'll get there.
I don't like either Smile.
Really?
I don't like this franchise.
I gotta say,
and we need an editor.
oh my God, they're too long. You're right. The second one's over 2 hours.
I'll do it. Whoever the director is, Parker Finn, I'll do it for free. I'll edit your next movie for free.
He doesn't want to kill his darlings, baby. Every shot in these Smile movies is necessary.
Well, those cool shots are cool, but there is a lot that can be cut. A lot. There's a lot of just like research shit.
There's also a lot of hallucinations.
Oh my God.
And so it's like a lot of the movies by the end of the movie don't even matter. It's like
especially the second one.
If I was gonna rewatch Smile 2, and then like you get to the scene where like she kills her mom,
which was the most like my favorite part of the movie. Like the most I was into it.
But then the mom's there at the concert at the end, so like that was all a waste of time.
But then they all die anyway, which is cool.
They don't die, do they? They get.
She gives them all a smile monster.
Yeah,
which means like they inevitably
they're not
gonna
dead
have to kill
yet,
themselves
man.
or kill somebody else.
I think this next movie is gonna be about the craziest week of ever. We're gonna follow around all these new guys. It's exciting. Listen, I gotta say, I did not like Smile when I first watched it. Okay, right. Was not looking forward to rewatching it for the podcast.
I thought it might be good. I wasn't excited for it.
Here's the thing. I think I might have gotten there.
Yeah.
All right. I prefer the second one, but I a little bit see what other people see in it now. The first movie grew on me a tad, and I would say I actively liked the second one. So hey, I'm growing, guys.
You're a grower.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Are you a shower?
No, I'm a grower.
Yeah.
No, I'm both. Starts big, gets bigger.
Wow.
I don't know. I Smile 2. I was into the actor and the directing in Smile 2, but we'll get into it. Smile 1 for now.
All right, yeah. Let's start with Smile 1. It came in at number 16 at the box office for that year. Did slightly worse than Lightyear, slightly better than The Lost City. Remember that movie?
I do. That was fun.
Yeah. Are we gonna do a list for this?
No, we've done it. We did it a few weeks ago.
Great, love to hear it.
I forgot what.
So this, let's just get into it, I guess.
All right.
And
Sosie Bacon.
Let's start there.
So do you know her?
Yes. She's a Nepo baby. She's the
Right.
star of this movie. She is the daughter of Kira Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon.
Right.
I had seen her
Who's
on
she
it.
look more like?
You know what's interesting, actually? She's like a perfect fucking split of the two of them.
I think that's how Maya Hawke is. I think Maya Hawke looks both like both of her parents, sort of equally.
I guess so, but you could really see it in Sosie Bacon's face. It's almost creepy. It's like there's exactly the same amount of Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick going on there.
I think she looks like Lily Taylor a little bit. Is she from The Conjuring?
Oh yeah,
I
Lily
think she
Taylor,
looks like her a little bit, especially when
dry
she's like
face
going
Lily,
crazy with like the makeup running down her face later in the movie. I thought she looked a lot like her.
maybe a little.
Like her mixed with Jamie Lee Curtis, I could see. And I got a little what's Summer's name from the OC?
Summer? Oh, you mean Rachel Bilson?
Yeah, I could see a little bit Rachel Bilson sometimes when
I
she's
don't
looking
even,
her
I
best.
don't know what we're doing here.
I don't
She's
know either.
fucking she's Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick.
We're saying what she looks like.
That's what she looks
Do
like.
you like the little freckles she has?
It's not a freckle, it's a straight up mole.
Okay,
But
mole. Did you notice when we saw baby her in her flashbacks that she had the mole? I
it's
assume that would be
perfect.
your favorite
Perfect.
part.
De Niro. It's the old De Niro. Who else did we say that about recently?
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. It's great when you got an actor with a mole. All right, because then it's easy to cast young versions of them. All right, either you get a kid with a mole or you pop a mole on a
I don't
kid.
think they've ever gotten one with a mole.
I don't know.
I think they've always created one.
Yeah, you pop a mole on them.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think Sosie Bacon is the elephant in the room of this movie.
That's very rude
No,
to compare her to an elephant.
she's a beautiful young lass. You know, thin. I'd seen her in an HBO show that ran for one season, but I watched every episode of it. It was called Here and Now, and she played Tim Robbins' daughter.
Okay.
I want to say it was an Alan Ball show.
They're in Mystic River together. Her father and Tim Robbins, right? Kevin Bacon and Tim Robbins.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So they know each other well, maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's how she got the role. Um, difficult life for Sosie Bacon. Sosie, by the way.
I think it's cool.
Sosie?
Never heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
I like names I've never heard before. It's crazy to
Sure, I
live
do.
26 years and never hear a name. I guess I had heard it when I was like 21 or something. But
Are there going to be other Sosies? Are kids
so.
naming their babies after Sosie Bacon now?
I hope so.
All right. Listen, Sosie Bacon. I thought she was okay in that TV show. It was called Here and Now. But now she's asked to carry a movie. She is in every fucking scene of this Smile.
Mhm.
All right. And I think she's a bad actress.
I think she's okay.
Look,
I think she's fine.
I think in a supporting role, she can be fine. All right. She's a Nepo baby. She's been around the business long enough. She knows how to like be kind of natural on camera.
I think she's actually very natural.
Okay.
Like for being a Nepo baby, I think I find her pretty like a relatable person a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't either. I don't even know.
You don't get that?
I don't get that at all.
Okay.
That's
what I know her from.
Yeah.
13 Reasons Why. She was in the first two seasons of that show.
I didn't know that.
And she's actually the worst character probably of the first two seasons of both times of season 1 and season 2.
Is she one of the reasons that girl killed herself?
She's actually not. She works at the coffee shop. And then season 2, she's the boyfriend of our main character.
She's the boyfriend of our main character?
And then she ends up going to like a mental hospital. I think they realize she's not so good, this character. So they write her off.
Are you sure it wasn't the performance?
Could have been. It could have been. I didn't like her on that show. I remember not liking her.
Do you think it might have worked better on paper?
It's possible. This is the
I
most I've ever liked her rewatching Smile this time.
I don't get it. I don't get it. To me, it's the worst part of the movie. It's why the movie doesn't work. I'm gonna give it a 2 today. And when it first came out, I gave it a 2 on Letterboxd or whatever. I was like, this is a straight up fucking 2, bros. Um, I I feel that I could get to a 3 with this movie.
I don't even disagree with that.
I feel I can get there, but I cannot because of Sosie Bacon.
Okay, I agree with that. But I also cannot because I don't find Smile scary. Like this at all. Are people scared by these movies?
I think so. I think they like the goofy smile. Like that's
It's
scary.
goofy. That's the
Do you
thing.
remember when they did the viral marketing for the first
I
one?
loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. And it was a little disturbing. They would have people sit behind home plate at Major League Baseball games doing the smile, and you can see it on TV. Like, what's going on with that guy?
I maybe it's
What?
my own stupid brain, honestly. But I think too much about like the casting. Like they had to like look at all these people's smile and then sit them in a room and be like, all right, I'll do the smile for us. Let's get it on camera. They had to do camera tests for all these people. And I just think about that process too much. I think that's my own
I
fault,
gotta say, I think about it too.
but I
I don't
can't block it
I don't
out.
think that's totally on you. Like when Jack Nicholson's kid showed up in the second one, I was like, oh, they cast him because famously the Nicholsons smile well.
He did have a great smile. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Uh
I thought about that guy from You. Like he had like a creepy smile. They're like, oh, let's get him.
yeah, it was great to see him. I was like, hey, there's that guy that liked to be pissed on.
And he was in the White Lotus, another White Lotus reference.
Yeah. Lucas Gage is his name. That guy's really showing up a lot of places now.
Have you seen how he got famous? Sort of. He was like auditioning for a show on Zoom. He got famous like during the Zoom era.
Oh, is he that guy?
He's that
And like
guy.
the
They were shitting on
director
him.
like insulted where he was staying.
They're like, this guy is like, he's got like his TV over there. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, well, give me the job and I can get a better apartment or something.
Right.
And now he's been in like 7, 8 things I've seen him in. So good job to him. I
That
don't know
shit
if he's very
works
good or not.
sometimes, man. No, I think he is good.
He is good. He's got a
Yeah.
presence. He's got like a weird presence about him.
Yeah, he's got his own thing going on.
I think he like married some rich guy too.
Rich guy?
Yeah, I think he's gay.
Is he?
Yeah. So you don't
Well,
like
I
him anymore?
no, I'm just saying
I'm just
that
kidding.
that makes him even better because I've only seen him play straight characters, and I've
No,
never.
White Lotus, I think he's gay, isn't he?
I don't remember, but in You for sure, he's getting pissed on by ladies.
I think in White Lotus, he's like fucking the manager guy, right? The guy who like shits in the suitcase at the
Oh
end.
yeah, he's in the first season.
I think he's one of those guys.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty small role. I've
I
seen him
remember
in
it.
like bigger roles since then, and he's playing straight dudes. And I never clocked that he was gay. Some
Yeah.
actors, man, like we've been talking about this on Angel.
Ian McKellen. My
I'm,
mind
I'm
was blown when I realized he was gay. Ian McKellen.
really.
Yeah. Because I knew him from like X-Men and Lord of the Rings, and I was like, that guy's gay.
Yeah, but it's not like they really sexualize the shit out of those characters.
No, but
Like
you're talking about like some actors you never know are gay until you know. Until you hear
you go
about it.
back and watch like those X-Men movies, and like he's hanging out with like a naked blue lady all the time. He never makes one move.
It wasn't in the script.
You're like, I think Magneto might be gay.
It's not in the script. Is Magneto gay? Magneto's not gay.
Not in the comic, man. He fucked Rogue. He
Fuck
fucked
Rogue.
yeah.
That's crazy.
He's gotten around a little bit, that Magneto.
That's wild.
He's a charming fella.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Pulls you. He has that magnetism.
That's right. He tells you charming stories about growing up in the Holocaust.
Yeah. What else does he have? That's all he talks about. Probably. He's so scarred by it.
Mm. Literally,
But-
he's got that tattoo on his arm.
Oh, you're right. So she's a therapist. She gets this girl that comes in. She says,
Yeah.
somebody killed themselves in front of me and now I smile. And then she smiles at her and then she kills herself in front of her. and
Right.
movie goes from there. We do a lot of research.
It
What does this
gives her
mean? How
the
do I beat it?
there's a lot of research.
In both films.
There's no horror movie where they are like the whole movie is just the main character going like, what's the premise? Let me read about it.
It's like what they do like for 10 minutes in those Final Destination movies. They do for 55
The
minutes in both
entirety.
Scream.
It's all investigation.
But yeah, that's the plot of these movies. Is we have to figure out what it is, and then at the end we die.
But the other thing about these movies is I feel like it was The Ring the first one to do this. Like, you know how Groundhog Day has become a genre?
Right.
I feel that way about The Ring now. Okay? Because you on your Letterboxd review compared this to Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll explain why. I haven't heard anyone talk about this, but it's been driving me crazy. But you say, go ahead and say what you want to say.
All I want to say is like I think you're right about that, but I also think Truth or Dare was a ripoff of It Follows, which was a ripoff of The Ring. Like I think this is just a genre of horror movie now where like something happens for 7 days.
And you have to pass it on to the next person.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's my thing about Truth or Dare. That movie ends. I don't know if people have seen Truth or Dare. It sort of came and went, but like
I love that movie. By the way, Truth or Dare better than Smile.
What does better mean?
More good.
It's less competent of a film, I think.
Yeah, that's fair, but
it's more fun.
It's a better watch.
More enjoyable. I'd rather watch it for sure.
By the way,
you know what's better than both? Wish Upon. That's a bit the same thing. The thing you get a box, pass it to the next person.
So much of the success of those movies is the lead performance. Like you got Lucy Hale in Truth or Dare,
and Tyler Posey. He's in that. He's pretty good.
Yeah, and is it Joey King in Wish Upon?
Absolutely.
You pop Joey King in Smile, it could go up 2 stars.
This is a 5-star film. No, absolutely. I get what you're saying about this. I didn't think she was like great or anything, but I was like, oh, she did fine. But the Truth or Dare thing, that movie ends. They pass it off. They record themselves saying like Truth or Dare or whatever, and then they upload it onto YouTube, so that now it's going to go through every person that views it before it gets back to them. Which is the way this movie is. She kills herself in front of an audience, so now like everyone in the world is going to have it, and everyone's been losing their mind
in that arena.
But then they're going to pass it on to like, it's going to be like a zombie infection, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's sort of like if you look at a pyramid scheme, like they really jumped it up. So it's like now.
Instead of going from 1 to 2 to 4 to, she goes from 1 to 50,000.
Right. And then all of those 50,000 will pass it along to a further 50,000.
That's right. And you might even get cases where we get accidental murders, like at the beginning of this movie where he killed 2 people. So more than the amount are going to die. We're going to have some casualties too. So this is going to end poorly. We're going to get a lot of, it reminds me of like John Wick 2, how it ends where he's on the run. And then we're like excited for John Wick 3, where people are like hunting after him. Everyone got
it reminds me of like the end of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, where it's like, wow, dinosaurs are on the loose now. Then the third one was a huge disappointment, but
locusts are everywhere.
Yeah, locusts.
Oh my god!
But I feel like that's what Smile 3 is gonna feel like, post-apocalyptic. It's like there's a smile, there's a plague. I don't,
that's kind of cool that we got there.
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
It is, but it's a rip off of Truth or Dare. It's like the same ending, but whatever.
I know, but like I think Truth or Dare was a ripoff too. Like that, it's just a thing we're doing in movies now.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
And I was trying to think of the first one. Is it The Ring? Was that the progenitor of this?
How did that end? We didn't like pass that one off to the entire world, though.
That's what we're doing, Logan. We're passing along this premise and creating a plague of movies that are similar.
What are you talking about?
The Ring. All right. We all watched The Ring.
Yeah.
And then filmmakers were inspired by The Ring. You have 7 days to write a
So
script
life
that's
imitates art, is
similar
what
to
you're
The
saying.
Ring. And so one guy wrote It Follows, and one guy wrote Truth or Dare.
So
Right?
yeah,
And
life imitates art.
now we've got a bunch of baby rings.
Baby rings. Well, none of them are as good as the mama.
It Follows, I think, is better than The Ring.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Not the mama. What's that from?
Dinosaurs.
Good job. It Follows might be better. You're probably right about that. That's pretty good. It
Yeah.
Follows.
I
In the good
loved
old
It
days of It
Follows,
Follows when that
man.
came out.
What?
There was like a debate. What was better, It Follows or the Babadook? Your It
Oh,
Follows?
I'm so It Follows,
I'm
man.
Babadook. It
By the way,
Follows. They rules don't make sense half that movie. So
I
it
don't give a
bothers me.
shit. I don't give a shit. I feel like the Babadook has the same problem as Smile.
How
Not a
so?
great lead actor.
You're out of control. What do you mean? The
What, that
woman?
Australian girl?
What was her name? Essie Davis? I still remember her name. She was that good to me. That might
Where's
have been
she
the
been?
director. That
Where's
might have
she
been the-
been?
I don't know where she's been, but I remember that. What were you doing when you watched that movie?
I was watching the movie, The
Were you like
Babadook.
sad? Do you have a bad day or something?
I don't think so. I think I was looking forward to the film.
I think that was an unfair viewing. You only saw it the once. You never
Yeah.
added it to a rewatch list.
No,
That was a mistake. I think I told you to once. You never did.
I don't want to watch that movie again. I thought it was boring.
It's short. It's probably shorter than Smile. By the way, I made a list of movies that are shorter than Smile. Do you want it?
Yeah, what do you got?
Taxi Driver,
Mm.
Scream, the original, Rear Window, the original Planet of the Apes, Body and Clyde, Sunset Boulevard, Psycho, Children of Men, Akira Kurosawa's Throne of Blood, The French Connection. That's 10 films that are shorter than Smile.
That's funny.
I got another one for Smile too, which is even longer.
Can you send the list to Parker Finn? Find him on Blue
No, I'm trying to
Sky.
edit script Smile 3. I don't want to insult him.
No, I feel like that's how you do it. Like Parker, big fan, love the way you move that camera.
They made Sunset Boulevard in 5 minutes shorter than Smile.
Yeah, yeah. Planet of the Apes. There's a lot of world building in that movie. Manages to tell a whole story with a
Fucking
twist
crazy.
ending. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. So she's a therapist. The woman kills herself. Her boyfriend is a cop, ex-boyfriend. Sorry, Kyle Gallner from Strange Darling, which you just saw a couple weeks ago.
Great to see Kyle. He's a scream queen of this generation.
He was in Scream 5.
Was he?
Yeah. For a bit.
Remember.
He gets stabbed outside. They're playing Red Right Hand outside a bar. He gets stabbed.
Of course they are. Of course
I don't think they played it in Scream 6, actually. No, I'm thinking about that. I never thought about that. Did they play Red Right Hand in Scream 6?
I don't know.
Let me know, guys. I don't believe they do.
But anyway, fucking Kyle Gallner. I've been a fan of his going all the way back to Veronica Mars, where he played Beaver.
Okay. Mine's Jennifer's Body.
Well, I liked him in that too. That was just after Veronica Mars. But he's good little actor. Little.
He's your age.
I know, but he's little.
I don't think he's that little.
Oh, he's tiny.
I think he was when he was in Jennifer's Body. I think he's not that little.
You think he's grown? Taking some HGH?
I mean, look at him as a Strange Darling. He was like a normal size
hormone.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Strange Darling. I thought he was like a full-sized person.
A full-sized person?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, man. I'd love to see him next to Ed Begley Jr. I bet he's half the size.
I don't know. Go watch that movie again.
I probably will at some point. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But did you like him here, Kyle Gallner?
Yeah. Sure. But the problem with Kyle Gallner in this movie, it's not his fault. It's just that he's like the one guy that believes her.
Yeah.
So like all that research and shit, he's part of that. He's just like looking stuff up most of the movie.
I hated that scene where she visits his apartment and she's like, "Can you look at like the police files?" He's like, "Go to the station." She's like, "No, please do it." And he does it on his laptop. That scene, like, speaking of editing, like, how is that not edited? I feel like they just like let that whole scene play out. He's just sitting there like acting, and he's just assuming like not all this is gonna make the movie. Probably like not everything I'm doing. I really got that vibe from him. Like not everything like muscle I'm moving is gonna make the film, and then it did. You're just like watching him do everything. But I really don't like Smile for that reason. They're so poorly edited.
You're right. You're right. I'm not disagreeing.
I'm sorry to be so upset about it. I hate being like this because I assume like it's not fun to listen to, you know. But
I don't think people care. I think it's a show where you give your opinion, and this is your opinion. Right. And you know what? At least you got me.
Yeah,
because you grew on me a little bit, so I'm being the positive guy this week.
That's right. Were you sad when Mustache died?
I was so sad when Mustache died. First of all, oh my god, she gets invited to her sister's kid, right?
That's right. Her sister's married to this guy.
Right. Her sister, of course, played by the girl who played Ivy in the CW version of 90210.
Okay.
And great to see her in a film.
I thought she was cool.
She's great. Jillian Zinsner, I want to say her name is
Zinser.
There's no N in there.
Well, there is before the S, not after.
Okay, got it. But anyway, she's good. I always liked her, and so she plays Sosie Bacon's sister. She could probably played the lead, done a better job. But then
it really is the Nepo baby thing. That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I hate it. But so there's a cat named Mustache in the film, very cute cat, and it's gone missing. And you're like, oh, that's not a great sign. And so she shows up at the kid's birthday party, and the kid opens
the gift she got him.
Yeah, and it's the dead cat. And then it's Sosie Bacon falls through a glass table.
Oh,
she really ruins this kid's party. And I don't think there's any coming back from this. Even if she survives the movie, for
what do you mean? Like her standing within her family?
Yeah, for the rest of her life, she's like, remember when you traumatized my kid on his birthday and then fell through a glass table, just upstaged the entire party?
Maybe she gave him enough trauma that he's worthy of the Smile Demon because it feeds on trauma.
Like, to me, that family shouldn't have let her leave that party. Like, once that happens,
she has to go to...
Not even, but like lock her up.
Right. Like, let authorities deal with
it. You do not get to live a life after you gift my child your dead cat. Well, all right?
I got to tell you something.
I'm calling Kal Penn right away.
Oh, yeah, Kal Penn's
and Kal Penn's going to lock you the fuck up, all right?
I watched another movie this week that I don't think you've seen, so I don't want to say what it is. But this same thing happens.
Say what it is.
Night Bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Amy Adams turns into a dog, kills her cat, takes it to a birthday party, and it comes out of a box at her like nephew's birthday party or something.
Oh, holy shit.
I don't think it's her nephew. I think it's like her play date.
Smile happened first, bro.
It happened first, but I watched Night Bitch right before. I had to check which one I watched first. I watched Night Bitch, then I watched Smile. This same thing happened. Two movies back to back where the murdered cat comes out at a birthday party.
Wow. We live in a simulation.
We really do. That was pretty crazy to me. But it was very sad. R.I.P. to Mustache.
Great name for a cat, by the way. Really cute.
I agree. That's a cute name.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like her boyfriend?
I was gonna bring this guy.
Jesse T. Usher plays Trevor.
I think this is the under talked about thing in the movie. Like I've heard other critics complain about Sosie Bacon, not to call myself a critic, but I've heard other people complain about Sosie Bacon's performance, probably because it's so obviously bad. But I have not heard so many people bring up the fact that her husband in the film, fiance,
Fiance, she says.
yeah,
There's one line where she says, "My fiance."
is also absolutely terrible.
Do you know him from anything?
Of course, we've covered him on this show. He played Will Smith's son in Independence Day Resurgence.
Oh wow,
All
good
right.
call.
Yeah. And I also saw him in something else. What else has he been in?
Well, I know him from a show you haven't seen, The Boys. He plays A
Oh,
Train.
right,
Are you familiar with
right.
that character?
Yeah, I mean, I know him from the comic. He's like the fake The Flash. But I mean, does that character have a big role?
He does something crazy in episode one, but I don't want to tell you.
I bet it involves rape.
Nope.
No, wow, okay. Um, I don't know, man. You know what they did? This guy was also, I didn't see this, but they made him new Shaft. They
Oh
made a
wow.
Shaft movie a couple years ago where it was like now Samuel L. Jackson's the old Shaft,
Yeah.
and he's got a young kid who's young Shaft, and
Oh, sort of
this
a while ago. I feel like that was like 2018 or 19
it
at this
was
point.
something like that. Yeah. So this is a guy, and Independence Day Resurgence at this point is almost 10 years old. Like,
Mhm.
this is a guy Hollywood has been trying to turn into a thing for years at this point, and it hasn't happened. And I would argue that the reason is because he's talentless.
You don't know. Just say as an actor, he could be talented in other fields and not know it yet.
Try those fields then. I'd
Try.
love that. Maybe if you're great at yo-yoing, become a professional yo-yoer. I don't want to see you act anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. I think even in The Boys, it's been talked about that A Train is like one of the worst parts of the show.
Wow.
So that's fair.
Not shocked.
Nope, not at all. But
This guy is dead weight. He's complete. He ruins every. I mean, God damn it. Some of the scenes where they're at home together and it's just Sosie Bacon acting opposite Jesse T. Usher. I'm watching an amateur production here. Like the camera's moving real nice. They got
yeah,
some
exactly.
atmosphere going. The score is pretty good. But then you got these just two talentless bitches just
Whoa,
whining opposite each
bitches.
other. I mean, they suck, these two. All right, and I mean, they have no chemistry. So it's like
No.
watching just two bad actors doing their own thing on the screen.
yeah. I- yeah, you're right. You're right. I like watching two good actors doing their own thing. Like that two good actors who have no chemistry and they're just doing their own thing.
Yeah, at
That's
least you're watching
hilarious.
two good actors do their own thing.
It's not good when that happens, but it is
I
fascinating.
know, but it's interesting. This is just two bad actors, like who are just not present in the scene, just reading their lines at each other. I
Mhm.
mean, like the fact that they're fiance, it's like it doesn't feel like they have a relationship
I got
that
the sense he
that's
hated her sort of at times. Like he really didn't like her.
I got the sense that like this is the first time they've spoken.
Wow.
Like they've never spent any time together. I'm not sure Sosie Bacon has talked to a black guy before, maybe,
Whoa.
and
It's a lot to
now,
put on her character.
yeah,
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I was more putting it on the actress than the character,
Oh.
but it was just like, what is this? Like, what are these scenes? Like, it was honestly such a pleasure when Kyle Gallner showed up because it was at least like this guy can act, you
He
know.
can act.
Cal Penn too. Like, all right,
That was
fine.
crazy. I
I
had
mean,
forgotten about
Cal
that.
Penn ain't some fucking genius or anything, but like, he's at least got some screen presence.
Oh yeah, of course. He's Kumar. Who's Rob Morgan? That's a name I know, but I don't really know who this is.
Rob Morgan has the greatest publicist of anyone in the world. Okay.
Okay.
He is an actor. I never thought of him as being particularly significant. He's like a recurring character on the Daredevil TV show. He's all right. He turns up in one scene in this movie as the guy in prison, like
Mm.
the only guy they can find who's like survived the smile curse.
Yeah, because he killed somebody else.
Yeah. And somehow walks away from this movie with the and credit.
No way.
Yeah.
And Rob Morgan.
And Rob Morgan. Who the fuck is Rob Morgan?
Oh, you didn't know him prior?
No, I knew him from the Daredevil and shit. Like he's been around for a while, but he's like just some dude.
Yeah, he was in Don't Look Up prior.
Okay, so whoa, he's
Just
17th
Mercy.
build and Don't Look Up.
The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Yeah. How do you get
he's in all these.
credit?
Lucas Cage, Jessica Jones. He's in those also. The Defenders.
Lucas Cage?
Luke Cage. I was thinking of Lucas Gage, that actor.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
They have the same name.
That's funny. Yeah.
My bad. The Defenders. He plays Turk in all this. He's the same guy.
Yeah, I mean that's a Daredevil character, but they ended up like using him across the board on those Netflix shows. I don't know. I don't know.
Very
like,
weird.
He got on all of that's why I say he's the greatest publicist ever. Like he got cast as a very minor Daredevil character, and he somehow convinced them to put him on all the fucking shows. and now he's getting the end credit and smile. I don't know where this guy gets off.
And for some reason, I knew his name, Rob Morgan. Maybe there's a Robert Morgan I know.
I feel like there are other Rob Morgans.
How's that possible? Can't there only be one?
What, like a Highlander situation?
I thought when you had the same name, you had to like do the Michael
I don't
J.
know.
Fox.
How do I know Rob Morgan? Let's see. If I Google that
You're thinking
name,
of Glenn Morgan.
Is it this guy that comes up? Actually, a local real estate group, Rob Morganti Group, comes up.
Oh, local to you?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's
so maybe I should do it and not get the local group. Right?
Yeah, you do it.
All right, Rob Morgan.
I mean, he's the guy that comes up.
American actor.
This guy. Yeah.
He's in Mudbound too. Maybe we just don't know his great work.
What was the name of the guy from like there was not another actor named Rob Morgan?
Why are we both thinking we know who this guy is? I don't know.
I don't know how to look it up though. Because this guy comes up. Oh, look him up on IMDb.
They were thinking of Glenn Morgan.
No, I'm not. I know Glenn Morgan, the director of Willard.
All right. What do you want me to look up?
I'm looking up Rob Morgan. No, I mean, he's it. I don't know what the fuck
I think we're just losing our mind.
Yeah.
Let us know if you know Rob Morgan. If it's not this guy.
What are we thinking of? Maybe Morgan Rob?
No way.
Rob. All right, anyway. That scene's okay, but crazy you give him the end credit.
I hated the part where he's like, it feeds on trauma. I hate when like they put it into words.
Well,
like
this really is like prime trauma era of
Halloween.
Movies.
David Gordon Green Halloween.
Yeah.
They keep saying that she's like in all of her interviews, Jamie Lee Curtis, she was like, these movies are about trauma. She kept saying trauma. That's why I know it. She kept saying it like that. There's like a compilation where she's like, trauma.
Jesus Christ, Jamie Lee.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a thing now with horror movies. Like we need like trauma is the motivation for every horror protagonist now. And it's getting
it's like Inner Demons is now what it's turned into.
It's getting really tired. I mean, that movie Talk to Me, that was what that was too.
That's why you got to watch that one that I saw where it's just the killer walking through the woods, because that's just the killer walking through the woods. It's like old, like a throwback.
In a Violent Nature.
That's why you got to check that one out. It's there's no trauma or real message to that. It's just a killer trying to kill. Pretty fun.
Great.
But I didn't like anything with her mom in the bed. That was all long and boring to me.
Her mom in the bed?
She was like having an overdose, like, Rose, help me. And then Rose decided not to help.
Oh, she's been living God. With all that. Yeah, all the flashbacks. Like, something's wrong with Rose, I guess, and I don't care.
Couldn't care less, even. I
Yeah.
agree with that. I mean, I want to know our main character, but I couldn't
But
care about
it's
that.
also a thing where she's like a trauma therapist now. But like she's clearly hasn't dealt with her own fucking trauma. Like what? Didn't she learn
That's
anything in
fine.
school?
I think you can be a therapist and have your own shit going on.
No, of
You're not
course
a
you
perfect
can.
person.
Of course you can. But she uses no tools. Like you
She just goes to her own therapist.
I guess so. I don't know, man. It just feels like she's constantly like shooting herself in the foot. Like there are things she can do in this movie to help her trauma, to to stem the tide of the smile curse, and she just doesn't do any of it. She just like lets the shit happen to her. She's just all doing research and shit, dropping wine glasses, killing
Yeah.
her cat. What's up with the wine glasses? It happens twice in the movie. She just drops. I'm like, bitch, you start using paper cups.
It's a good point. I don't know. I don't know what her deal was with the wine glasses. Can't help you. Um, it's too much dream sequences, even in this movie, right?
Well, there's just too much that doesn't matter because it's hallucinations.
Wait, Daniel,
And yeah.
what is this? Why am I getting a phone call from Daniel Ehrenberg?
Oh my god.
Are you the smile monster? Who am
Logan,
I talking to right
I'm
now?
scared right now.
What the fuck
We
is that?
didn't
Should I
plan
answer it? I
this.
don't want to know who's on the
Yeah,
other
answer
line.
it. Answer it.
Oh, now they're leaving a voicemail.
What?
I don't want to answer that. You don't know where your phone is?
I'm genuinely creeped out. Let me go find my phone.
Daniel, that was a bit that me and Shut Up Tim executed. How do you not know where your phone is? That was too perfect that your phone is missing. We were trying to do the old smile bit where you're in the car with your friend and then you get a call from your friend. Where's your phone? That's
That
crazy.
really scared me.
I could tell by your reaction. You were genuinely frightened. It worked too perfect that your phone is missing. Where's your
Yeah.
phone?
I don't know. Maybe in the other room.
That's incredible. That worked too perfect. Thank you, Tim.
Damn it.
Thank you, Tim.
Anyway, what are we talking about?
We're sort of at the end of the movie. She burns down
Well,
her family
I was
home.
talking about the hallucinations. No,
Right.
because this is a real problem with Smile to me. Uh, I don't like the idea that the Smile curse can like make you think you're somewhere you're not and stuff. Like the part where like she's with Kyle Gallner, then Kyle Gallner shows up and it's like, oh, that's the real Kyle Gallner, the dude she was talking to before.
It's just eventually I don't care.
Is it elongates the movie with stuff that doesn't ultimately matter. And B, it makes it so there aren't really any rules. Like otherwise, they do a good job of like you really understand what the smile curse does. But then when it's hallucination time, it just anything can be true. Any
Exactly.
character. All right, I guess we didn't meet that character. All right, all right. So, and then you have to think about it. Like that last sequence was like 20 minutes long. None of that happened.
Exactly. That was like the last hour of the movie. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
that happened. And another problem is it wasn't scary either. They're just supposed to be horror films, and I sort of laughed at them when they started smiling. I don't know.
I think the smile monster
That was cool. Very
is
cool
spooky.
effect. That when he like climbs inside of her body.
Baller. Yeah, that shit looks really good.
I liked it when it popped up and again in the second one at the concert.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so cool. That's actually really cool. I'm glad you brought that up because I sort of forgot.
Yeah.
But that's like that reminded me of what was that horror movie recently about the Airbnb?
Barbarian.
Reminded me of that monster bit like that. That was good. That lady was freaky. So then she kills herself. She sets herself on fire in front of Kyle Gallner, leading to the second film, where now he is infected with the smile monster.
That's right. Yeah.
I was worried he wouldn't be. I didn't know if he would be in it or not.
I was hoping he would, and I was pleased. Yeah, he's it's just a long prologue sequence.
You know, reminded me of
What?
was it Quiet Place 2 or 3 that opened like the baseball game and then they ride around in the town?
That's two.
Reminded me of that a little bit, just like this 8-10 minute scene to set it. And
Yeah,
it was very well shot. I loved it. It was very cool.
because remember Killian Murphy's there at that baseball game.
Right, of course.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you give this movie?
I'd go 2.
Me too, but I genuinely think the movie's a 3, just brought down by some bad performances and some shoddy editing.
That's fair. But it's an unsuccessful horror movie. I mean, it's not scary. That's a problem.
I don't need a horror movie to be scared. I haven't been scared by a horror movie in fucking years. Like,
really,
nothing. Yeah, nothing scares me.
I really let the filmmakers scare me. I really allow them to.
I don't. Like, there are horror movies I love that don't fucking scare. Like that movie you mentioned just now, Barbarian. Like that movie kicks ass. I wasn't scared by it.
I wasn't scared. I was scared a bit during the Long Legs when I watched Long Legs.
I wasn't.
There was a lot of freaky stuff in Long Legs.
I don't know. It doesn't happen for me anymore where I'm watching a movie and I feel terror. You know, I'm just watching a movie and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That's cool.
It's Hereditary, the last one?
Might be. Yeah.
I can think about that and get scared. I don't want to talk about it, actually. Let's move on. I hate the part where her sister walks up to her car and her head falls off. You remember that part?
Remember that? No.
Her sister walks up and her head goes like, bleh, like falls off. So stupid. Hate that part. Anything else I hated? No. I feel like the boyfriend just sort of disappeared from the movie at a certain point.
Well, because she started hanging out with Gallner because he believed her.
So I feel like they didn't like break up or get finality. He just like left the movie.
Because like this, to me, if I'm this guy, I'm living with this lady who I have no chemistry with. I'm engaged to marry her, and now all of a sudden she's like sending dead cats to her nephew. She's dropping. I'm constantly cleaning up glass in the kitchen.
So you assume it was over? He left.
I just feel like at a certain point he's just like, I'm fucking done with this.
That's fair. And she's dead at the end, so it didn't matter regardless.
Yeah. So, thank God they didn't bring him back for the second one.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
That smile. MVP, LVP. MVP got to be Kyle Gallner or the director for the cool shot.
Yeah, right. I mean, ultimately, I think it is probably Parker Finn, but if we're going to go with an actor, it's Gallner.
But as the director, you also have to know when to edit, I think.
And you also need to know how to cast a movie.
That's a big deal. Also.
Yeah. But
even if they just made Zinser the main actor, like you said, that could have been better. She was the lead. Who's Caitlin Stacy? Oh, she's the girl from the beginning. Yeah, she
is from the short film. But
they got her, the real actor from the short film.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I agree.
They did that with Saw. It's Lee Winnell in the Saw thing, right? I think, right? And then they got him for the movie.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but he like wrote it, didn't he?
Yeah, he wrote it.
Yeah.
All right, there's Smile, 2 stars. Oh, who's the LVP?
It's Bacon. Sosie Bacon with a fucking bullet, man.
I go the boyfriend, Jesse T. Usher. I like
No, here's the thing. Jesse T. Usher is worse than Sosie Bacon. I agree with you. But we're talking least valuable player. And Sosie Bacon is in every scene of this movie. Jesse T. Usher shows up every so often, sucks, and then you forget he exists.
I think that makes him less valuable.
Fair enough.
He's like a less valuable character.
But to me, I think Sosie Bacon is a bigger detriment to the film.
It's how you view it. It really is how you view it. And I have a little affection for her from her 13 Reasons Why. So, I want to go.
I liked her on that fucking HBO show, man. I think probably if you pop Sosie Bacon on a TV show and have her like 8th build, she's fine. But I just don't think she could carry a movie. Not everyone.
I want to see her have another shot
at carrying a movie.
I don't want this to be it. I don't want them to
What
like see
what is
Smile and
this?
write her off.
Fucking Make a Wish? You got actor parents, and now
You're
you get
right.
to like let's give you unlimited chances.
I think I just want people to do the things they like, and if acting's what she wants to do, I sort of want her to be able to do it.
You've got a blank check, baby. Your parents are Kevin Bacon, and Kira Sedgwick's got all that closer syndication money. Just sit on your fucking ass.
What about following? Kevin Bacon's got all that following cash.
Yeah,
or the following. I don't remember.
That ran 3 seasons.
That was the only show I could think of.
Listen, Kevin Bacon, he's got that X-Men cash. He's got that fucking Apollo
Dancing
13
one.
cash, Footloose cash.
Footloose.
Yeah. He's been around forever.
Does he get Friday the 13th money? No way. I don't think so.
Probably not. I'm just saying, like, Sosie Bacon never needs to work a day in her life. So why are you making me sit through this shit?
I don't know. But what if people saw Friday the 13th one and they were like, this Kevin Bacon's got nothing? It's kind of cool they're both in horror, started in horror films. I don't know if she's done other movies or not.
Kevin Bacon
wasn't an Nepo baby.
Even in Friday the 13th has such a screen presence. All right. The guy just
gets an arrow through the neck.
Charisma.
That's memorable.
She's got nothing. She is dead fucking weight.
That's harsh. I don't agree. I just don't agree. But Smile 2. More smiles. Smile squared.
All right. Yeah. Let's get to it. So this comes out about 2 years after Smile.
Earlier this year.
This is the last day we could say that, Logan. Tomorrow it'll be last year.
Wow. It would have been sometime last year.
That's right.
Isn't
that amazing?
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I've got to work tonight. They're keeping the store open late. I'm gonna be there till like 2 a.m.
You got some sparkling grape juice or something?
I just want to say patreon.com/the franchise.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Can you just
the new year,
guys? I might kill myself.
Don't say that. Let's not say that. That's crazy. Don't
support the show. Support the show so I don't kill myself. All right.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah. Smile 2. It's got a slightly bigger budget. They gave it $28 million this time. And of course, it's the sequel classic. Bigger budget, smaller return.
You can afford more actors, like better actors, I guess.
I guess so. I don't think that's where they put the money. But
Naomi Scott, Rosemary DeWitt, those are people.
Oh yeah, Rosemary DeWitt. She takes home a huge paycheck.
Haven't you heard of her before?
Yeah, I love Rosemary DeWitt. She's a great actor. I've watched her shit for years. Lynn Shelton films and The United States of Terra. She played Toni Collette's sister. She's really, really good actor. But like, I'm not. How much money does she? She probably gets a couple $100,000.
We got Drew Barrymore.
Yeah,
this is Nepo Baby City. We got her, Ray Nicholson.
I felt a little sad.
I guess this is the next movie
to see Drew Barrymore in this movie. Like Drew Barrymore in this movie is like it's like the old Larry King role. You watch like any movie from the 90s with like an actor or a singer as a character in it, and they're always getting interviewed by Larry King. He's got a cameo, and now it's Drew Barrymore. It's her on the set of her daytime.
I've never seen her show in a movie. Have you?
But you know what, Drew, you used to be in movies. Like you used to act in them. Like the Naomi Scott role could have been yours.
Not anymore.
What are we doing?
She used to have the Kyle Gallner spot die in the opening scene.
That's true.
Of a horror film. She's never starred in a horror film, has she? Like been the lead of a horror film?
Does Poison Ivy count?
Is it scary?
A little bit. But it's more sexy.
I don't think it counts.
Oh, can we cover Poison Ivy in 2025?
How many are there?
I think 4.
That is too many. No, just kidding. I don't care. What is that? A superhero?
No, it's about a slutty girl.
Ooh.
And she seduces her friend's dad or something. I don't know. It's just like this girl's so sexy, even though she's in high school, that it scares dudes.
It has nothing to do with real poison ivy.
No, she's poison ivy. She'll infect you with her sexiness. All right. And it's like a different, I've never seen the sequels, but it's a different one in all of them. Like Drew Barrymore's in the first one, then the second one, it's Alyssa Milano.
Oh, I love it. Don't
And
spoil them
then
all. I don't want to know.
I don't know all of them. I know Jamie Presley's one of the other one, but
I don't really never that attracted to Jamie Presley. What about you?
okay. Sure. I watched My Name is Earl.
You know, it'd be good as one Faith.
Dushku. Dushku could poison ivy your shit away. Yeah, but who would they do now? Who, like, if you're gonna reboot Poison
Sweeney.
Ivy?
It gotta be Sweeney.
Oh, what?
She's like the number one sex
She can't
icon.
play a high schooler anymore.
They gotta be high school.
I
Wait, why
think
does the sexy character have to be a high schooler? I don't think they would do that now. That
yeah,
was not-
you're probably right. You can't do that anymore. It has. See, now it would be like obsessed. Like it's like a new girl at work who's really sexy.
or they just do college probably. Just make it clear that it's. They would just have to make it clear that it's of age.
Yeah.
I think Euphoria was like the last time they would probably do like a sexy high school thing. The fact that was high school is sort of crazy. There's a lot going on there.
The thing about Euphoria was like, yeah, it was sexy, but it was more about sex than it was sexy. And like that's just a thing now. High schoolers be fucking.
But there was that one girl in high school who was like on OnlyFans, like who did cams. That girl on the cam,
Oh yeah.
Cat, right?
Yeah.
And they showed
Barbie
Sydney Sweeney
Ferreira.
get naked on that show, and she was supposedly a high schooler.
No, I know that. I'm not saying that's not what they were doing at all. Like that show is salacious, but uh you know, that's a genre. Gossip Girl was doing it before Euphoria.
But like the nudity, I feel like they really crossed the line on Euphoria.
Well, because it was on HBO.
Yeah, I guess so. But
you know, Gossip Girl would have had nudity if it was on HBO.
Okay, that's cool. Whatever happened to Alexis Demi? Was that her name?
I don't know. I often wonder
Alexa
that.
Demi? What was her name?
Yeah, sometimes I watch like an old movie or something. Not old, but like from a few years ago, and like she'll pop up in it.
She was in mid 90s.
Yeah, and it's like, what? Why
cool.
didn't she pop? Like she's good.
I think she is like really interesting. Like there's not really other people like her.
Oh, Jamie, no to Jamie Presley, but she gives you a boner.
Are they similar?
No, I'm just saying. Like,
I think she's like Aubrey Plaza.
I don't know about. Let's not go that far, but
well,
I'm just saying it's odd to me that like Sydney Sweeney blew up so big from Euphoria, like, and Alexa Demi is just like,
well, she's really tried. Sydney Sweeney's been hustling her little butt off, right? Like producing that movie she was in as the nun. You know, she's really taking chances.
But I don't think Alexa Demi would have the opportunity to take those chances.
No, you're right. I don't know why. I think it's the rack. You know, Sweeney's so famous for the rack. Yeah. The rack. Like it's a saw trap. The rack. That is a saw trap. Saw 3, baby.
Maybe you're right. She is Poison Ivy. Like she'd be good. Like she's too sexy.
Yeah.
All right, L Dog.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Smile too. So on a $28 million budget, made 138.1 million. It came in at number 29, or I mean, I guess the year's not over, but it's currently sitting at number 29 at the box office between the Mean Girls remake and Civil War.
Mean Girls musical, you should say.
Yeah. And
Civil War, that's cool.
Is currently, you know, the Saturn Awards are happening in February. The nominations have been announced, and it has been nominated for 4 Saturn Awards.
Okay.
All right. Best horror film.
Performance.
Best actress, Naomi Scott. Yeah. Best makeup and best music.
Makeup, music. I feel like I don't know this music.
No, the music's interesting.
Yeah, you said earlier the score was cool. I don't
They're
notice it.
they're using an odd instrument.
Okay,
I
what
don't
like
know
what?
what it
Oh,
is.
you don't know it.
Yeah. Look, Google Smile soundtrack instrument. I bet you this comes up.
Smile soundtrack instrument. Daxophone.
There, Baxophone?
The lead instrument in the score is the daxophone, a thin wooden plank played with a bow.
Yeah, see?
The Chilean Canadian composer Cristobal Tapia de Vir also used synthesizers, gongs, percussion, strings, and keyboards.
Yeah, some interesting shit going
Daxophone.
on in the Smile
I'll look up
score.
what daxophone looks like. It's on my computer, so I can't show you. Sorry.
That's okay. Is it
Oh,
cool?
what the fuck? Yeah. Looks like a murder weapon. Looks like a guillotine.
Yeah, see? They're doing some stuff.
Wow, yeah. That's cool.
All right, so anyway, Smile 2. It starts with a whole prologue with Kyle Gallner
Very
and
cool.
he was a cop in the first one and he's a good guy. So you know, they he's like, I gotta pass along the Smile curse, but it's gotta be just some bad dudes.
What would you do?
Who deserve it?
Would you kill somebody?
Kill myself.
You would just kill yourself? You
Yeah.
wouldn't kill somebody else to try to live?
No.
Really?
Well, here's the thing. I'm lazy, so there's no way I would have done all this research to like learn what the rules are and how to do it. Like I would have just
But he already
sat
knows.
around
He already
freaking
knows
out.
from Rose. Say you already helped your friend, then you
There's
get
no
it.
way I would have. I wouldn't do
Say
that
you
much
already know the
work to help a
rules and you
friend.
somehow get it.
Then maybe I'd kill someone.
You think you would do a stranger or somebody you know?
Probably like some asshole.
Like somebody that you know is an asshole?
Yeah, yeah. Which
From
I
what?
guess is what he did.
Yeah. Like how would you know? You would know them personally, or you would just find like an ex-convict or something?
Probably go back to my hometown, like kill someone I went to high school with.
Damn. Would you let them know that you're doing it?
No,
Well, you have to have a witness.
that's true. Huh.
That's the whole thing. Because the problem here is both people die, and then he ends up having to like run off and die in the road.
I don't know. Like I've dated girls who like had abusive families. Maybe I'd go find one of them, just like kill the dad in front of the mom or something.
I like that. That's pretty good thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, by the way, I was thinking when we were talking about Smile One, maybe what they did here, they didn't give her a boyfriend. Maybe that was on purpose. They were like, no boyfriend in this second one or ex-boyfriend. That was a good
Yeah.
move by them.
They
There's
just
a
gave
friend
her
and a mom
yeah, a friend
and a team like that assistant guy, but no boyfriend. That was
well,
probably
because she's a
move.
singer. She's Sky.
Taylor
What is
Swift has
it?
a boyfriend. Uh, Dua Lipa got engaged recently. Sky Riley.
I'm not saying she doesn't have a boyfriend because she's a singer. I'm just saying there's other shit we can explore.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So
You know who is
what's
single? Sabrina Carpenter just broke up with Barry Cogan.
I know.
I think she could win I think she could be a good actor.
I think you're thinking a lot with your dick on this episode.
You know what I've realized? I'm starting to do that more. But that's not what I'm doing here. I really think she's really talented. Like anytime I've seen her in a commercial or anything, you saw her show, didn't you? Was that not on Hey I'm Watching Here?
What?
Didn't you watch her like a Hollow or Christmas special?
No.
Oh, I think of somebody else. I saw Letterboxd. I think she's very talented and she can act. So keep your eyes.
How do you know
peeled.
she can act?
I've seen her in commercials and stuff.
Commercials.
She was on Disney too. She was a Disney star. She was on Girl Meets World. She's the Girl Meets World, right?
No.
That's not her.
No, that was Rowan Blanchard.
Is she not? She's on that show though, right?
I don't know.
I thought that's
I
where
watched
she came
like
from.
3 episodes of that show.
Well, I never saw any of it, but I thought that's where she came from. She's from Disney. She can act. Anyway, Zendaya comes from Disney. I mean, come on.
I'm not saying like Disney makes it so you can't act. Like the girl from fucking Smile 2 comes from Disney, doesn't
Ryan
she?
Gosling is a Disney star, sort of. She's from Lemonade Mouth. He was on like the Mickey Mouse Club or whatever.
Yeah, that's not Disney.
That's not.
Oh wait, yes it is.
But it's not like Disney Channel, is it?
Right.
It's not like
right.
Same thing. But she's from Lemonade Mouth. She's from stuff like that. Yeah. She's in Aladdin. We know her.
Yeah, she's a creepy Christian in real life, but
really,
yeah, she hides it well on screen, so it doesn't encroach on her performances.
I wouldn't really thought that.
Yeah, I think she's like married to a dude she met at church when she was 16 or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But she's kind of blown up in recent years, and
she's uber talented.
Uber. Let's not go crazy.
She's gonna go crazy a little
bit,
but
I think she's talented. I watched that Charlie's Angels movie she was in by Elizabeth Banks, and I was like, what? I don't get it. She is not impressive with this. She just seems like some girl, but
you were distracted. Kristen Stewart's in that movie. Who's the other one too?
I don't know. I feel like the other one was just some girl too.
You might be right.
But she was Jasmine in the live action Aladdin, which we covered on
Power
the show.
Ranger too.
She was a Power Ranger along with Becky G.
Oh,
I love Becky G.
That's cool. They should make a song together.
They should.
That'd be
I'm not even joking.
Me either.
But fucking, I thought she was pretty good in Aladdin. Like she had something in that movie.
They gave her an original song, which I liked. I forget it now, but I remember liking it at the time.
She's got some charisma. She holds the screen, and I think in Smile 2, I was impressed with her. And maybe, I'm grading on a little bit of a curve because like the first movie had Sosie Bacon, but she really has some star power in this movie. Like she's in every scene of this one once Kyle Gallner goes away, and I liked following her.
Yes, me too. And I thought
I found her compelling.
And she was a very convincing pop star, I thought, with her singing and her dancing, like the choreography scenes and those. I thought she was very good.
Well, she can actually sing, and I thought they did a pretty reasonable job of coming up with songs for her even in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, because it felt like confessional pop. Like the songs, they were like fake Olivia Rodrigo songs or something, and like that's all right.
Dua Lipa, more Dua Lipa.
Sound.
Well, the one she was singing one on the piano that was very like Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swifty type.
I think lyrically, if you're like listening to the lyrics of the song, they tried to make the songs like really deep and shit, like Lana Del Rey-ish or something. But I guess like the sound, like the production, is more Dua Lipa-ish. But I thought they did a pretty good job with it. That song, like My Fucked Up Brain or whatever, that they're doing the dance routine to, I thought that worked for me. I would listen to that.
Sure. They weren't as good as the songs from Trap.
No, they're much, much better than the songs from Trap.
Definitely not as good as those. But
was it James Davis who left the comment about?
Oh, I don't have the Patreon pulled up.
Yeah. I believe James Davis wanted us to compare the songs of Sky.
No comparison.
What is her name?
Sky Riley versus Lady Raven.
Jesus, I was trying earlier on in the podcast. I was trying desperately to cue you to tell me.
I believe I said it. I believe I said that.
I don't recall that.
Oh, but Riley, by the way, is the name of the daughter from Trap. I thought that was sort of crazy.
God.
And by the way, Sky, not to make like about 13 Reasons Why, but that was Sosie Bacon's character's name on that show, Sky. So when they said this character's name was Sky, I was like, what's happening?
All right. So anyway, Sky Riley, like that, she seemed like a pop star to me. All right. That's a pretty good approximation of what a pop star is like right now. All right. Lady Raven.
I feel the same way about Lady Raven.
No, that woman has no charisma. The songs that actress in quotes, wrote for the movie are unmemorable and like I remember a couple of songs from Smile 2 a day later.
I gotta be honest.
Like
I don't remember songs from either.
I couldn't remember like the songs from Trap as I was watching Trap.
It's crazy.
Shyamalan's daughter.
Let's not bash his daughter on this podcast. Let's not. She's just
You know
listening.
What? Maybe that's who I'd give the smile curse to.
Her?
Yeah, I'd murder M. Night Shyamalan's daughter in front of M. Night.
And then give it to M. Night?
Yeah. Give M. Night the smile curse.
I'd have to kill you before you got there. That's fucked up. Do it in front of the other daughter. Like his two daughters. Don't do it in front of him.
That's a good idea. Yeah. I'll kill Lady Raven in front of the lady who directed The Watchers.
There we go.
We'll leave M.
Do it in front of M. Night. Yeah.
And then M. Night could make a great movie about his trauma, about losing both of his daughters.
Yeah, that's right. And then the twist is there was no trauma. I don't know. So the guy dies at the beginning. It's very fun. The whole thing with her car wreck, her whole trauma is she killed her boyfriend in a car wreck.
I have a real problem with the storytelling in this movie.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right. Tell me if this confused you, because it confused the shit out of me.
Okay.
All right. Early on in the movie, Gallner, he runs out of that house. He runs into the middle of a road and gets run over by a car. Yep. The car runs him over, then like runs into a post or whatever. It's a horrific car wreck. Okay. Then we do the title and all that, and we meet Naomi Scott. And the first thing we see Naomi Scott talk about is how she had gotten into a horrific car wreck where her boyfriend died. Yeah. All right. Did you not think it was the car wreck that Kyle Gallner was in?
Gotta be honest, I didn't, which is weird because I think I should have. Like, now that you're saying it like that, you do a car wreck and then you reference a car wreck.
I felt like that was such bad storytelling. You can't show me a car wreck, then talk about a car wreck and expect me to know that it's a different car wreck. There's an established car wreck already in this movie.
You're totally right. But for some reason, I did think of a different car wreck. I didn't think about that. But that is weird to do that.
The only reason I was able to like figure it out is because like I know that the smile curse is only like a week, and they said that Gallner was oh no, they said that Naomi Scott's car wreck was like a year ago or something. So then when like Lucas Gage showed up still alive, I was like, oh, that must have been a different car wreck.
Yeah, so you finally put it together.
I figured out the timeline. Yeah.
But she also has to play like a different version of herself where she's like the demonic car wreck version of herself, right? At the end of the movie, and she has to like fight herself and like kill herself or whatever. So
I guess
I think the clear MVP of this one has to be Naomi Scott, right?
No, 100%. Naomi Scott carries this movie and carries it well, and it's a better movie for her presence. So, yeah, you got to give her the MVP.
Right. So her thing is, since that wreck, she got addicted.
Rosemary DeWitt's a much better actor, but I felt like
Why
she
do
was.
You say that? You don't know that. You've probably seen more of her.
I've seen the evidence. But Rosemary DeWitt, I feel like, is underused in this movie.
I don't know. Honestly, that whole part just gives me a fucking headache because I was like most into that scene where she was like killing her mom, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then none of it happened.
I know.
And the whole the air of the balloon of the movie went out, and I was like,
I kind of had the same thing, and I was pretty
like I wanted to care
at that point too.
Yeah.
But it got me back. Like, here's the thing. The end is so well thought out and like such a good setup for a third movie that like it got me back. But there was like a period for the last like 20 minutes where she's like driving around with her friend where I was really not caring.
Yeah, and she gets
by the way, she's
good
too. Dylan Galula.
She was very good. I feel like I have seen her before.
She played Tell me if I'm right about this. You got the IMDb open.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was in the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Okay. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I follow her on Letterboxd.
Really? She's on
Yeah,
Letterboxd.
yeah. Wow, what a week for Letterboxd,
She's in Her
guys.
Smell. One of your favorites.
Yeah. What a week for Letterboxd. Charlie XCX is on there
No
now.
way.
So exciting.
It's a brat Letterboxd.
It is. Letterboxd is officially Brat.
That's awesome.
And it's been wonderful. Great to follow her on there.
She's in Shithouse, the first Cooper Rafe film that I still haven't watched.
Charlie XCX?
No,
Oh, Dylan
Dylan
Galula.
Galula.
All right.
And Dream Scenario, she's been like a lot of high profile stuff.
She's around, man. She's doing the work. Good little
Yeah.
actor there.
Yeah, I like her. And so this movie, she from the wreck, she had like pain, so she got addicted to some painkillers. Is that right? So she goes to visit her drug addict
She
or her drug
claims
dealer.
she's not addicted. She says, like, okay, so she was a drug addict. She was on coke, and that's helpful to the movie because it makes it so that no one believes anything that's happening to her because they
Right.
just think she's relapsed or whatever. Um, but yeah, she was like an alcoholic and a coke addict, and she's been sober about a year, but like that's why she needs to go to the drug addict. It's actually pretty good storytelling. Where like no one's prescribing her painkillers because they know she's an addict,
Yeah.
but she's in pain from the results of that car wreck. You know, she's got like a huge scar along her belly and her back.
Oh yeah. Look gross.
And it didn't look gross at all. It was I feel like most pop stars at this point would wear that like a badge of honor, like, look, this is my trauma. But
Look gross. It was like her whole stomach. It was so
calm
big.
down.
It was pretty big.
She's like a beautiful woman. You wouldn't
She was beautiful. Of course. I'm just talking about the scar.
that would put you off.
I didn't say that. When did I say that?
I guess not. All right. Anyway, so that's why she has to see a drug dealer because, like, that's the only way she can get pain meds for that shit. And the drug dealer's Lucas Gage, it's established was a dude she knew in high school.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah. But so she goes over there and he's freaking out and he smashes himself in the face with a weight.
That is crazy to have.
There's some bad CGI.
I
That's
didn't
why
like that. That looks
that's
stupid.
why I bristle at the Saturn nomination for best makeup.
Same.
Because, like, I don't even remember the makeup. So much of the gore effects in this movie are like mediocre to bad CGI.
Especially that one. I feel like he had like
Yeah.
glowing eyes and shit. He looked really stupid.
His
I was not
face
into
was
that.
like sliding off his skin. It looked like a video game.
Yeah, I don't know what that nomination's for. But he is possessed because he saw the murder at the beginning. So now he has it.
Right. He was like
Spying on those people. I don't know.
no. I think probably because he's a drug dealer. Like they were his suppliers.
Yeah, and what's his name? Gallner didn't see him there.
Right.
So he's a witness. But
No.
did you like this guy, Peter Jacobson, who plays Mr.
Oh.
Exposition in the movie? He tells her like the whole fucking thing
Yeah,
in a bar.
I thought he was going to be a big deal. I was interested in like you're totally right, by the way. He
That's
was just
crazy.
like, my brother died from the smile curse. And before that, it was this one, and then after him, it went
I remember
to a
thinking like,
girl.
"Oh my god, you're really giving us the whole fucking
Yeah,
history."
and the girl gave it to her therapist.
We
who
don't need
gave
to
it
know this.
Yeah. They
Speaking of an
went
editor, what are we doing?
they went through a whole lineage of people, but I mean, look, that's not that guy's fault. But Peter Jacobson's a perfectly good character actor. I've seen him in tons of shit. But
He was fine.
Google is failing me today, by the way. I
He's
just
in
tried
House.
to Google Peter Jacobson. A fucking golfer named Peter Jacobson came up.
That's cool. He was in 98 episodes of House.
Wow, really?
So he was a big star there.
Yeah, but what do I know?
He was in Fly Me to the Moon earlier this year. Did you watch that?
No.
With Black Widow and Captain America, right? Chris
Come
Evans?
on, they're actors.
Oh no, it's Channing Tatum, not Captain America. My bad.
Yeah. No, it's Gambit.
Gambit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Fear
Oh,
the
he
Walking
was
Dead.
in the
Bull.
Americans.
You know him from Bull.
I stop it. I remember him from the Americans, and
Billions. Oh, he's in one episode of Billions.
he's look. This guy's been around.
Ray Donovan. Did you watch that? He's in 10 episodes of that.
Nah, I never watched that. I hated it from what I saw.
White House Down. He worked with Channing twice.
I don't know. He's just a dude who's been around for years.
I thought he was in Transformers, the original one, the 2007 one, the original one, the Michael Bay one. Entourage. He's in everything.
Yeah.
He was cool. Shout out to him. But his whole plot was just, this is what it is. This is how you beat it. Let's go flatline in a refrigerator.
That is his plan. His plan is to do flatliners.
Flatliners. It was very cool.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. They never did the sequel, just the remake. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. But then he sort of disappears from the movie. Like we never really learn he's sort of like the boyfriend from the first one, where like once she starts hallucinating and shit, we just sort of forget about that character.
Yeah, totally. I'd say this guy was more successful than the boyfriend.
Yes.
I took a couple notes in his exposition scene. He references 2 Bong Joon-ho films in that scene. Okay, he talks about Parasite. There's a Parasite. And The Host. He's always like the host.
Well, I mean, that makes
holy
sense.
Shit, you're talking about
that's just talking about parasites.
I thought that was funny though.
Yeah.
Like in the same sentence, he was like just naming Bong Joon-ho films.
I thought you were gonna be like, and then he passed it along to Dr. Okja.
Dr. Okja had started getting memories of murder of his mother. That was crazy. And then people start dying, but it's all fake. None of it matters. Our friend calls us while she's in the car.
It's like whose line is it anyway?
The point is nothing matters.
Yeah, everything's made up and the points don't matter.
That's what Smile is. Whose smile is it anyway? Hilarious. And then she goes on stage and she sees her family. They're there, and we think it's a happy time. But then Smile Monster takes over, and she kills her. She kills herself with them. I like how we don't see it. The audience is like, oh my god! Can we talk about that moment where she's in her apartment and her dance crew is like, and then oh, by the doorway, like
I thought it was goofy at first, but then like by the end of it, I was like, oh, that's a little bit creepy.
I couldn't get over it. I don't know why. That's the movie. Microphone in the eyeball.
I liked it.
That was cool to end.
No, I mean just the movie. I thought it was a good movie.
Too long and nothing mattered.
It's too long. The third act is silly because of all the hallucinations. Like it's just what ultimately, how do you even care? But I was invested the whole time. I cared about the character because of the Naomi Scott performance.
I'm sad she died.
I thought it did some world building that made me more interested in the Smile franchise than I felt after the first one. Mm-hmm. And had a little bit of atmosphere and sort of understood what it was going for. I'll give this one a nice solid 3.
I like that. I'm gonna go 2, and I'm gonna hope that 3 is a 3. That'd be fun.
Okay,
if 3 is a 3.
I'm looking forward to, like we just did that franchise update where you were telling me about all the things that are coming out soon. Yeah. Like when you tell me about Smile 3, now I'm gonna be like, hey,
we gotta see who they got. Do we know that type of information?
I don't know. Look it up.
I'm going to right now. But did you like the part where she's doing a meet and greet and the little girl comes up smiling at her?
I mean, that was the trailer. Like the trailer was pretty much that scene. So like I knew that. Although what wasn't in the trailer was that creepy stalker guy, and I liked that.
Creepy stalker guy?
Yeah, the dude who was like, "I love your skin."
Ooh, that was really scary. I
Yeah.
wasn't a really fan of that. That reminded me of like like when Christina Grimmie died. Like these
Mm.
like crazy fucking fans that get
No one brings up Christina Grimmie more
it
than
really
Logan
affected me. It really
Theodore.
happened at like this
I
crazy
can
point in my
tell. I
life
can
where I was
tell.
like, what the fuck? That shit's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. But there's the movie. Anything else? Should I tell you some movies that are shorter than this movie?
Star Wars.
The first two, Empire Strikes
Yeah.
Back, is also shorter. Uh, the first two Tim Burton Batman films, I guess, is only two. Dog Day Afternoon, The Apartment, Darkest Hour, that movie where Gary Oldman won an Oscar for playing Winston Churchill. That's shorter than this fucking movie. I fell asleep in that movie. I remember watching that and falling asleep. Cinema Paradiso, you can watch that before you can watch this movie. The Exorcist Network, The Social Network, The Killing of a Sacred Deer, Old Boy, the original, your favorite film, Do the Right Thing. You can watch that, learn a lot of life lessons before you can watch this bullshit. Rocky, if you want best pictures, Rocky, Silence of the Lambs. We got Citizen Kane, shorter than this. The Searchers, Full Metal Jacket.
That's pretty
Crazy.
damning. Full Metal Jacket is
This
shorter.
goes on and on. Yeah. The Searchers, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's true. He goes on a whole fucking journey.
I bet the Odyssey, the upcoming the Odyssey will
no, that'll be long as fuck.
You're not excited for that? I'm very excited for that.
No, I
cool.
sort of am. I like the Odyssey. Like I had to read that and in school, and the Odyssey's pretty cool. It's a good story. So I think Nolan could.
And this is a huge movie. Like that is very like just someone willing to do something like that is very exciting to me.
Yeah, no, I get. I'm not a huge Nolan guy, as you know, but like that,
but he's the guy to do it too.
You're right. Yeah.
If anyone could, who's he going to cast as Odysseus?
I don't know. Has that happened yet? He's announced like a bunch of people that are gonna be in.
Yeah, Zendaya, I think, is going to be in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's out there. I don't know. Oh, we have a comment. Should we say that? Oh, who's the MVP? Who's the LVP? MVP is Naomi Scott.
LVP. Who else is in this movie?
We got Ray Nicholson, Lucas Gage, the assistant guy, the mom.
Oh, that
guy.
Yes,
because he was gay. You don't like
can
gay people?
No. It was just I found him annoying, and
he was annoying.
Yeah, he was just always around. Can we talk about all the Voss water in this movie?
Oh shit! Yeah, that was a cool refrigerator with the glowing blue light. I want one of those.
She is constantly drinking Voss water in this fucking movie. It is all over the place. There are shots where you see her start and finish a bottle of Voss water.
That was another thing I was impressed by. She's great at drinking water. She does all entire, like you've witnessed it all on camera. She just opens it, drinks it all. It's very cool.
I mean, she's trying to stay hydrated, I guess. But like, it is one of the most egregious product placements I've ever seen in a movie.
I didn't find that egregious. It made sense to me.
Why Voss?
It's like a rich person's water. She's
Voss
a rich pop star.
Everywhere now. They were also drinking Voss in Anora. It's just
that makes sense. He was rich.
I know. I understand what you're saying, but like it was just so transparent, and it's if you just gave me a bottle of water, like all bottles of water look the same, but Voss is special because it comes in that glass bottle. So like I notice it every time it's on screen. And I feel like for the first half of this movie, every 5 minutes she was drinking a Voss water.
You're not wrong. That's totally accurate. I just I didn't find it that egregious. I was like, oh, makes total sense. Voss water.
All right.
I think I was impressed by the choice, honestly. But they got paid a lot of money for it. So we got a few comment here. I guess what you said. I look forward to a full comparison on who's better between Sky Riley and Lady Raven. So we have one Sky Riley fan, one Lady Raven fan.
God damn it.
By the way, I loved her hair, her blonde hair, like short.
Oh yeah,
hair.
That was a good choice.
She was like, that was gross.
Sure.
I didn't like that very much. But that was a very cool look.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like I was
and
really
it
impressed by
worked.
this
I liked
performance.
that in the flashbacks she had her long black hair that she normally has,
Yeah.
and so it was you were able to differentiate it on that level.
I think
But
this is like one of my 15 favorite performances of the year. What do you think?
I can see it.
I was very
Like,
impressed.
look, when I saw she was nominated for actress at the Saturn Awards, I didn't bristle at that.
Yeah.
That to me makes sense. Like, if you're gonna try to come up with like the six best genre performances of the year, yeah, she probably
Is it
belongs
men
in
and
that.
women together?
No, I think it's just ladies.
Okay. So, and then he says, made that joke, then heard your latest episode where you made it already. Disregard. I don't even remember us saying that.
Wow.
We
Yeah, me
already
neither.
compared them to
We're
each other.
fucking nailing this shit.
Even when we don't remember it, we got it down.
Yeah. Let's see who she's nominated against.
Okay.
I'm curious about that. Then you could tell me who.
Probably Zendaya for challengers. I'm trying to think of the other. Oh,
It's
Nora.
genre films. It's
Oh,
genre
genre.
films, motherfucker. So it's probably
Casey
Zendaya for
or
Dune.
Spaney for Alien.
Oh yeah, I bet you're
Alien
right about
Ramo.
that. All right,
Would you
here
tell
it
me to look
is.
up? Did you tell me to
I
do something?
no, I'm looking it up. Best actress in a film. This is the genre films.
Okay.
Here are the nominees for this year. There are 7 nominees.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Naomi Scott for Smile 2. You got Willa Fitzgerald for Strange Darling. Demi Moore in The Substance.
That'll
Lup-
win, probably.
yeah, probably. Lupita Nyong'o in A Quiet Place Day One.
Jeez.
Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice. June Squibb in Thelma, and Anya Taylor Joy in Furiosa. Those are the nominees.
I could see that winning. I could see
So
on
no
Taylor-Joy.
Zendaya. Zendaya got overlooked for
Well, that's
Dune.
for
No,
Dune.
Dune. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Actually, maybe she's supporting. Is that be a
Uh,
lead?
I'm looking at supporting,
She played
and
Chani.
that's where Kaylee Spaney turned up. She's in supporting. Oh, she
Supporting.
is. She is nominated in supporting. Does Zendaya?
Spaney
You're
is
right.
how's she not the lead?
Good call. Yeah, I don't know. I thought she was the lead.
What the hell? Who is otherwise? Is that freaking aliens? I don't know. uh, I think Anya Taylor Joy is gonna win probably. Furiosa. Demi
I
Moore, I'd vote for, but
I
I don't know if
can't
they'll do it.
predict. I can't. Hey, Gallner's nominated for Strange Darling. Not
That's
for
cool.
this.
I
Yeah.
was more impressed by Fitzgerald, but him too.
Me too. Me too.
You know who else I nominate for favorite performance of the year? Juror number 2.
That's not a genre film.
I'm just saying my favorite performance of the year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I love Juror number 2. Anyway, I'm done with Smile. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Listen. Next week we're starting The Lion King.
very
All
fun.
right. Hi, Cabana. Whatever. It next week we'll just do The Lion King.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how it makes the most sense to me. Because we'll do The Lion King
I don't know about that
1994.
because I feel like Mufasa is going to be the longest. It's going to be like 2.5 hours long. Shouldn't we do that by itself? Probably. Lion King is like 85 minutes. In the second part,
Yeah, but then you're gonna break it up Lion King 2, and then Lion King 1.5, John Favreau Lion King.
I feel like we've broken up stuff weirder than that.
All right, well, that's what we'll do. All right, so
If you want to watch the John Favreau's Lion King and Mufasa the same week, we can do that. But I feel like that is not going to be fun.
Yeah, you might be right about that. All right, so next week on the show, The Lion King from 1994, starring Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and
Broderick plays him growing up.
Yep, and then
And James Earl Jones, you should probably say him.
I don't care.
He's
And
really
then
starring.
The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
Yeah,
That's what we're covering next week, because there is a Lion King 1.5, but it came out after 2.
I kind of didn't know that.
Yeah. So next week is Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. The following week will be Lion King 1.5 and John Favreau live action sort of Lion King. And then we'll do Mufasa by the great Barry Jenkins.
Maybe we'll pair that up with something else. We'll like with the start of the next franchise, like with if it's a 3 series franchise, we can do that with part 1.
Oh, yeah, I'd be all right with that.
We can
We'll
see if
see
we can
how
do
we're
something.
doing. But yeah, and this is on behalf of Nolan
Nolan.
Rosser. Yeah, who how do you get this job? It was like this was like a raffle,
YouTube.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Right. So that check it out. We're talking lions the next few weeks. Hyenas.
We'll be doing a lot of that. And a lot of what are the songs in the film? I just can't wait to be king. There's that one. What's the one where
Hakuna Matata. What a
Hakuna Matata.
wonderful phrase.
What a wonder. That's in Toy Story. Remember they're moving at the end of Toy Story and we're listening to Hakuna Matata. What's the one where we sing on the lady shows up and we sing by the water?
The Lady in the Water?
I don't know. What she sing? They sing by the water.
I don't remember. Is this
when they're all grown up? Elton John. That's the one I'm thinking of.
The love tonight.
Oh, Daniel, I could cry. Listen,
honestly, that is good.
I fucking love that song so much.
I haven't thought of that one in years. Like when I think of Lion King, I think of like Circle of Life. And
no, that's the best one. That's the one.
But you're right, man. That one doesn't get enough.
Oh man,
can you feel? Wait, Kings and Vagabonds.
Is that Elton singing?
Yeah, I think so,
That's
man.
Elton. That's crazy.
Yeah. Tearing it up. Man.
I'm excited for next week. So 1 and 1.5 or 1 and 2?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You never seen 2 or 1.5?
I've never seen either of those.
Okay.
I've seen the original and I've seen the Favreau because I got dragged by a girl to see it in theaters.
You wouldn't have gone on your own?
No.
You're a Favreau fan.
Oh God.
You see Jungle Book?
No.
I gotta watch Made, his debut, right?
Sure. Hey, I just watched Elf. I'm on top of it, man.
That's his masterpiece.
All right. Let's end the show. Lion King next week. Happy New Year to all of those who celebrate. And
people not celebrate?
I don't,
maybe in a different country, I guess.
And my resolution for the new year is to keep my TV hot.